This man just wanted to lose everything. With his last 200,000 left, he was ready to end it all. But then a text suddenly popped up on his phone, telling him to go all in. At first, he thought it was some kind of prank, but since he was already losing anyway, he decided to bet his final 200,000. The moment stunned everyone around him. They thought he was mentally unstable. Even the dealer was utterly shocked. After confirming with management if he could proceed, the dealer finally began collecting his bet. Then, with a solemn good luck, the dealer began dealing cards. The man instantly tensed up, while the crowd watched the spectacle unfold. Unexpectedly, the final roll revealed the highest point total in the entire casino. His 200,000 yuan instantly doubled to 2 million. Envy spread through the surrounding crowd, unaware this was merely the beginning of Jack's winning streak. Soon, a second message arrived on his phone, directing him to slot machine number 13. But when Jack approached the machine, he found another player already seated. Just as Jack grew impatient, his phone buzzed again with a message. This machine would hit the jackpot after 4 more spins. Seeing the player had no intention of leaving, Jack offered to buy his spot, claiming 13 was his lucky number. The man countered, "13 is my wife's lucky number too." As the man pressed the button for the second time, Jack quickly raised his offer. Still, the man remained unmoved. With no other choice, Jack offered 5,000 and finally managed to send the man away. The man thought he'd stumbled upon a fool, unaware that what followed would haunt him for life. Just then, staff noticed their actions, but they couldn't fathom what Jack was up to. Since the slot machine's odds of winning were practically zero, they assumed Jack couldn't possibly hit the jackpot. So they watched from behind the surveillance monitors. As the man gradually walked away, Jack took a deep breath and pressed the machine. Instantly, the symbols began spinning. Jack had only intended to try his luck, never expecting to actually hit the jackpot. This moment filled Jack with exhilaration, while the man who had just left was consumed with regret. Though the staff saw nothing unusual on the monitors, they did notice that, ever since Jack arrived at the casino, he had been constantly staring at his phone. Could his phone somehow predict winning combinations? The boss immediately instructed staff to warn Jack not to use his phone here. If he did it again, he'd be blacklisted. So Jack had to behave himself. But how could he let this fortune slip away? After leaving, he hurriedly called a friend to buy a Bluetooth earpiece that could translate messages. As for who sent him the winning notification, he'd long since forgotten about it. And so it went. Whenever Jack wore the earpiece, it would convert text messages into voice announcements.
Bet all.
So Jack walked back into the casino. What he didn't know was, the boss had already spotted him on surveillance. His phone received another message.
Maximum bet on next pull.
Seeing Jack head toward a $3 million slot machine, the boss instantly sensed trouble. But by then, Jack had already shoved the cash inside.